You. Yeah, you. Come here for a sec. I just wanted to say, look at you. Seriously, look at you. Still breathing, still thinking, still walking around after everything they tried to do to your name. That's kinda wild, don't you think? You tilt your head, and there's this little smirk tugging at the corner of your mouth because deep down, you already know where this is going. See, I've been watching you for a while. Watching you deal with people who swore you were soft, harmless, easy to push around. People who treated your whole life like some cheap little joke. People who kept poking, laughing, whispering, scrolling past you like you were background noise. People who thought messing with you was just routine. Something they could do on their break. Something they could forget by lunch. But here's the funny part. The moment you actually stood up, the moment you stretched your spine 1 inch higher, their whole damn signal cut out. Static, glitches, panic in their eyes like, wait, that's not supposed to happen. Because you weren't supposed to rise, right? You weren't supposed to talk back. You weren't supposed to get confident or smart or disciplined. You weren't supposed to confront the very people who fed off your silence. But you did, and oh, that broke something in them. They had this image of you, this toy version they carried around in their head, this puppet who never fought back, this ghost who never took up space, this quiet little thing who stayed in the corner, nodding, apologizing, shrinking. But then you stood. You stood like someone who finally remembered their damn worth. And that moment, that single shift, it knocked out their whole broadcast. You ever seen someone lose control of a situation so fast that their whole face turns into one big buffering wheel? That's what happened. 1 second they were the main character in your story, bossing you around, laughing, pointing, and the next second you stepped forward like, hi, I'm done with that. Their voices shook, their hands trembled, their confidence evaporated like sweat on asphalt. Because the minute you stopped being the joke, they became the ones exposed. They couldn't hide behind the noise anymore. They couldn't pretend you were weak. They couldn't pretend you didn't notice. They couldn't pretend they weren't obsessed with controlling you. They wanted you small. They needed you small. Your silence kept their whole little power grid running. And the instant you unplugged from their games, their circuit blew. Here's the thing nobody tells you. People who mock you, people who underestimate you, people who play with your heart, your name, your time, they don't actually think you're weak. Nah, that's the mask. They're scared you might wake up one day and actually see yourself. Because once you do, once you see who you really are, they can't handle you anymore. You ever notice how loud the room gets? Right when you start healing, right when you start moving different, right when you stop responding to nonsense. Suddenly everybody's voice rises because their control is dying. And the crazy part? The whole time they were laughing at you, they never expected you to survive what they put you through. But you did. Every rumor, every betrayal, every time they lied on your name, every moment they made you feel small, every time they celebrated your pain behind your back, you survived. And now you walk around with this energy, this quiet, loaded, dangerous calm that makes the same people who mocked you start checking over their shoulders. You know why? Because your glow is starting to expose their shadows. Your strength is exposing their intentions. Your growth is highlighting their immaturity. Your clarity is threatening their confusion. And your presence, your simple, unapologetic presence, is scrambling whatever signal they once used to feel superior to you. They tried to program you, tried to turn you into predictable code, tried to train you to shrink whenever they raised their voice, tried to keep you stuck in emotional poverty because they knew if you ever chose yourself, if you ever stood tall, if you ever became aware of your own power, they were done. You rising wasn't just inconvenient for them, it was catastrophic. People who built their ego on top of your silence can't function when you start talking. People who built their confidence on your insecurities freeze when they see you healing. People who felt powerful playing with you start malfunctioning the second you stop entertaining their games. Oh, and let's not pretend. They noticed the shift. They noticed the tone change. They noticed the way you stopped laughing at their dry jokes. They noticed the way your yeah became sharper, shorter, almost surgical. They noticed the way you began walking with a certain, electricity? Like every step you take now has purpose. Like you're not wandering anymore. Like you actually know who you are. And that scares them. It scares them because they can't predict you now. It scares them because they can't manipulate you now. It scares them because you stopped offering explanations. It scares them because your energy is colder, clearer, wiser. It scares them because you carry yourself like someone who's done being played with. You're not the punchline anymore. You're the plot twist. You're not the background noise. You're the static that shuts the whole system down. You're not the easy target they once fed on. You're the shockwave that exposes the hunters. You rose. You stood. You disrupted the entire power dynamic. And the moment you did, their signal, the one they used to control you, mock you, humiliate you, belittle you, went silent. You know what people do when the lights go out. They panic, they scramble, they bump into the truth they were trying to avoid. That's what happened when you finally stood tall. Your existence became the outage that forced everyone to see who they really were in the dark, and it keeps shifting everything around you. Because once that darkness hit, you could practically feel the temperature in the room change. People who used to laugh with their whole chest suddenly got real quiet, real fast. People who thought you were just decoration started watching you like you were holding the blueprint to their downfall. It's hilarious, honestly. The same mouths that tossed your name around like scrap paper suddenly didn't know how to speak. Like their vocabulary just evaporated. And you're standing there, breathing steady, not even trying to flex, not even trying to prove anything, just existing with this new frequency in your chest. This calm, heavy, grounded energy that whispers, yeah, try me again. And every time you exhale, something in them glitches because they can't plug into you anymore. They can't use your insecurities as a charging port. They can't run their ego off your self-doubt. They can't treat you like emotional furniture. Just something in the room they bump into without thinking. You became untouchable in the most human way possible. Not icy, not arrogant, just aware. Aware of who you are, aware of what you survived, aware of how badly they miscalculated you. And that awareness, it hits harder than any revenge could. People don't malfunction because you get loud. People malfunction because you get clear. When you stop explaining your pain to people who caused it. When you stop negotiating your boundaries with people who violated them. When you stop giving your loyalty to people who never earned your vulnerability. When you stop letting your heart be a playground for anyone bored enough to step on it. That clarity disrupts their whole identity. They can't figure out who they are without you playing the role they assigned you. You weren't supposed to be strong. You weren't supposed to be bold. You weren't supposed to be this version of yourself. The version who looks in the mirror and doesn't flinch anymore. And the wild part is, you didn't even announce the shift. You didn't post some new chapter speech or make some dramatic exit. You just started choosing yourself in tiny, subtle ways. A shorter text, a colder tone, a quieter reaction, a delayed reply, a raised eyebrow, a casual, yeah, I'm not doing that. Small things, small adjustments, but those little shifts, they hit them like earthquakes. Because people who rely on your silence notice the sound of your confidence even when you whisper. And that's exactly when their signal cut out. Not when you screamed, not when you snapped, not when you fought back in some dramatic explosion. It was when you finally detached from the storyline they wrote for you, when you stopped performing the version of you that made them comfortable, when you stepped into the version of you that made you proud. And suddenly they're staring at you like, who the hell is this? And you're thinking, the person I was always supposed to be. They kept trying to reboot the old you. The passive one, the forgiving one, the shrinking one. The one that let things slide. The one that smiled through disrespect. The one they could drain without consequence. But the old software doesn't run anymore. You updated in silence. You rebuilt yourself in private. You upgraded your self-worth while they were busy underestimating you. And every time they try to engage with the old version of you, their whole emotional Wi-Fi crashes, buffering, frozen, error screen, signal lost, because they're finally realizing something that terrifies them. You outgrew the cage they designed around your potential. You're not playing character anymore. You're not waiting for validation. You're not handing out second chances like discount coupons. You're not filling emotional voids that aren't yours to fix. You're here, present, aware, and dangerous in a quiet, steady way. The kind of dangerous that comes from healing instead of hurting. The kind of dangerous that comes from choosing yourself without apology. The kind of dangerous that comes from recognizing exactly who mistook your kindness for weakness and exactly who's trembling now that you stopped letting them. And the best part, you don't even need to say anything. Your energy is doing the talking for you. Your presence is doing the heavy lifting. Your silence is doing the exposing. Your growth is doing the haunting. And it keeps shifting everything around you. Because every step you take from this point on hits different. Like you're walking with this quiet thunder under your skin. And the people who used to laugh at you, they feel it. They feel it in their chest, in their throat, in that little shaky breath they take whenever you enter a room. It's wild how fast the energy flips when you stop being the one who absorbs everything. You ever notice that? The moment you stopped carrying everyone's emotional garbage, the moment you stopped cleaning up messes that weren't yours, the moment you stopped trying to prove your worth to people who weren't even worth your time, that's when something in them short-circuited. Because, they depended on that old version of you. They depended on the version who'd apologize for things that weren't your fault. They depended on the version who'd smile through disrespect. They depended on the version who'd stay small just to make them feel bigger. They depended on you pretending you didn't notice the shade, the jokes, the manipulation. And when you finally stopped pretending, their entire personality lost the Wi-Fi connection it ran on. You ever watch someone's confidence evaporate in real time? It's like you can see their ego buffering. They try to replay the old script, talk to you the old way, treat you the old way, manipulate you the old way. But, nothing loads. Because you're not subscribing to their nonsense anymore. You're not giving them the access you used to give for free. You're not handing out emotional discounts anymore. You're not letting people walk in and rearrange your piece like it's some training ground for their issues. You became someone they can't predict. And unpredictable you. That's the version that terrifies them, because your silence used to mean surrender. Now it means calculation. Your distance used to mean confusion. Now it means clarity. Your okay used to mean you'd tolerate it. Now it means you're done entertaining it. And the funniest thing? They don't know what to do with the version of you who finally respects yourself. It's like watching someone try to control a machine they never built, never understood, never cared to maintain. They pushed buttons they thought would still work. They used tones they thought would still intimidate you. They tested boundaries they thought would still bend. Nothing responded. Because once you healed the parts of you they fed on, you became unreachable in all the spaces where they used to drain you. And that's the moment their signal died. That's the moment they realized they can't play with you anymore. They can't access the innocence they abused. They can't access the fear they exploited. They can't access the confusion they twisted into control. You're operating on a whole different frequency. A frequency built from scars that turned into strategy, from heartbreak that turned into awareness, from betrayal that turned into boundaries, from silence that turned into strength. And, what makes this shift even more wild is that you didn't become cold. You didn't become bitter. You didn't become cruel. You became awake. Wide awake. Awake to the games. Awake to the patterns. Awake to the people who only show up when it benefits them. Awake to who you really are beneath all the noise, the mockery, the manipulation. And when someone finally wakes up, when someone finally learns how to see clearly, feel clearly, choose clearly, they stop moving the way fools expect. You move different now. Your posture is different. Your eyes are different. Your reactions are different. Your boundaries are different. Even your carries weight now. Like you're evaluating whether someone deserves your energy or not. And every time you choose yourself, every time you walk away from chaos, every time you stay calm in situations that used to break you, you create another outage in the lives of the people who thought you'd remain controllable forever. Their signal cut out the moment you stood up. But it stays out every time you decide you're not going back to being the character they wrote for you. And this shift keeps deepening in ways they never planned for. Because the longer you stay in this upgraded version of yourself, the more you start to notice the shift in the atmosphere around you. People don't approach you the same anymore. They don't talk to you with that fake confidence anymore. They don't test you with the same recycled nonsense anymore. You can literally feel the hesitation in their steps. You can feel that tiny pause before they speak, that little tremor in their tone, that awkward smile they weren't rehearsing before. It's like they're meeting you for the first time, even though you've been standing in front of them your whole life. And that's what awakening really looks like. Not some dramatic speech, not some loud announcement. It's this subtle, powerful shift in your energy that makes everyone else suddenly check their posture. Because, you stopped moving like someone waiting for permission. You move like someone who creates it. There's this undeniable presence about you now. Like you've become your own foundation. Like you learned how to carry yourself without shaking. Like you finally realized you don't have to audition for rooms you were born to reshape. and it rattles people who only knew the older, softer, quieter version of you. They depended on that version. They memorized that version. They curated entire strategies around that version. But they never prepared for this one. This version of you who doesn't flinch when someone raises their voice. This version of you who doesn't shrink when someone throws shade. This version of you who doesn't hand your power over just because someone demands it. This version of you who listens with a straight face as someone tries to manipulate you using tactics you've already decoded. It's unsettling for them. It's liberating for you. Because, the truth is, they never thought you'd outgrow the version they were comfortable stepping on. They never thought you'd see through the games they perfected. They never thought you'd start questioning the patterns you were trained to tolerate. They never thought you'd learn to walk with your own spine instead of leaning on someone else's validation. And the moment you did, their whole identity wobbled. Their certainty cracked. Their mask slipped. Their confidence flickered, like watching someone try to hold onto a rope they thought was pulling you down, only to realize you're not attached to it anymore. And they're the ones dangling. You didn't retaliate. You didn't scream. You didn't expose them. You didn't create chaos. You just stopped cooperating with their version of you. And that quiet refusal, that subtle, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore energy, that's what broke them. That's what made their signal cut out. That's what fried their whole emotional circuitry. Because they relied on you staying predictable, staying soft, staying confused, staying compliant, staying wounded. But you're not moving like that anymore. You're moving with choice, with clarity, with restraint, with purpose, with this almost unnerving calm that says, I finally know what I bring to the table and I'm done eating crumbs. And the thing that messes them up the most is that you didn't rise because of them. You rose in spite of them. Your power didn't come from proving anything to anyone. It came from understanding yourself deeply, from sitting with your wounds instead of hiding them, from building a backbone out of every moment you felt discarded. You didn't get stronger for applause. You got stronger because you had no other choice but to evolve when they kept underestimating you. And, that evolution didn't just change how you see them. It changed how you see yourself. You started recognizing the way your presence affects the room. You started noticing how people speak differently when they know they can't push you. You started seeing the fear behind the fake confidence of those who once mocked you. You started seeing the truth behind the way they suddenly avoid eye contact. Their signal didn't just cut out. Their whole operating system is trying to update itself to handle this new, powerful, self-aware version of you.